Hello students, we are at the end of the chapter Minerals and Energy Resources, and as I informed you that particularly the map work will be there in the board examination. So we are focusing totally upon the map work of this chapter. So far we have read about the different mineral resources. We have read about ferrous, non-ferrous, metallic, non-metallic minerals, and we have studied about the map work of all these. Now come to the map work in NCERT page number 61. You will see the different energy resources, because energy is very important, and particularly for the developmental programs that are initiated by the government since independence, they need energy resources. Without energy resources, they all will become standstill. Energy resources, again, two types, conventional and non-conventional. We are first of all discussing about the conventional sources of energy. Convention, the word itself means very old, traditional, very old in use. Coal, petroleum, natural gas. Conventional sources of energy. As far as coal is concerned, note down in the map. I told you keep a map of India with you, and side by side write down the areas where it is found. So all the four varieties of coal is found in India. It is found in two geological ages, and the map work is Damodar Valley, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Raniganj and Bokaro. And you must be noticing that steel plants are nearby. Coal is needed for the blast furnaces and for different key industries or basic industries. So all these are there. Then coal is also found in the valleys of Godavari, Mahanadi, Som River and the Wardha Valley. These are also important areas as far as coal is concerned, because coal is needed in a number of basic industries or key industries. It is needed in many of the thermal power plants. So most of the when we will do the thermal power plants, side by side you can revise your coal deposits also. So do it very intelligently. When you are doing such like coal is associated with the key industries, next chapter will be manufacturing industries. You will come to know that because coal is a bulky material, so most of those industries who use which use coal, they are nearby. And similarly, thermal power plants, they use fossil fuels, so they are particularly nearby the coal fields. Correct? So first, conventional source of energy and the areas. The next comes petroleum. Wide use of petroleum are there in the modern world, in the contemporary world. So in India, the petroleum deposits are found. There are three main where most of the demand of petroleum products is fulfilled. The first one is Mumbai. You must have read somewhere or else in your general knowledge syllabus also. Mumbai High. More than 63% of the country's requirement of petroleum is fulfilled by Mumbai. Okay? Oil and Natural Gas Commission is there, ONGC, and they do their offshore drillings, they do their offshore experiments, and petroleum reserves have been found. The second one is in Gujarat, located in your map. So many times Gujarat has come, so by now you must have been expert in it. So Gujarat, and the name is Ankleshwar. Ankleshwar. First Mumbai High. Second Gujarat, Ankleshwar, and come to the third one. A very old petroleum deposit, Assam. And when you get this in the board examination, Assam, name the petroleum extracting areas over here or the mines over here, you have to locate Assam. Three mines are there: Digboi, Nahar Katia, Moranhu Girijan. Digboi, Nahar Katia, Moranhu Girijan. These are the three deposits in Assam. And petroleum is derived from here, and this serves again many industries. It serves many industries because petroleum products are needed. And then we have natural gas. natural gas is found in association with the petroleum or without petroleum? Petrol and gas means they are combinedly found in when the mine is open. Gas being lighter rises upward, and petroleum, because it is in liquid form or semi-liquid form, it spills in the other rocks. So natural gas can be found with or without petroleum, and there are large reserves of natural gas. They have been found in the Gulf of Cambay. Look it in the map. The Gulf of Cambay and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. For the first time we are doing this. First we did in the previous chapter about the rubber production, and now we are doing for natural gas. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Large reserves of natural gas have been found. And you know, this is so important for us to produce LPG and CNG. Then there is HVJ. Located, this is very important for your board examination. You get this in your map. You have been given HVJ. HVJ pipeline, a curve. HVJ pipeline. Hazira in Gujarat, Vijaypur in Madhya Pradesh, and Jagdishpur in Uttar Pradesh. So this curve, it is a 1700 kilometer long pipeline, the longest pipeline transportation. You know, in the last chapter of geography, we will study about the lifelines of the Indian economy. In that you will study that pipeline transportation is there particularly to transport all these materials. So HVJ pipeline, Hazira, Vijaypur, Jagdishpur, very commonly asked in board examination, and very often it comes even repeated sometimes. So it covers Hazira, Vijaypur, Jagdishpur, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, 1700 kilometer long, and in between it serves all the industries. Whatever industries need these products, they serve it, the natural gas. So this is a very important part of your map work now, correct? Then we come to non-conventional sources of energy. These are all conventional sources of energy. Among the non-conventional sources of energy, we have nuclear power plants at many places, and the nuclear power plants are located near the Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan. Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan and nearby, Aravalli ranges and nearby, all these nuclear power plants have been located. Kerala, how can we forget it? The monazite sand of Kerala, because thorium and uranium are needed in it, so monazite sand of Kerala, it is rich in all these. So in Kerala also these nuclear power plants have been located. Correct, students? Then we come to the other sources, different sources of energy. Again, first of all, we come through electricity. Two methods for producing electricity, hydro and thermal. For producing hydroelectricity is produced by water, which is a renewable resource, and there are different hydroelectric plants in India, hydroelectricity producing plants in India. Bhakra Nagal, Damodar Valley Corporation, Kopili Hydel Power Plant. There are so many. Page number 61 is filled with all this map. Locate all these areas. So all this water is needed to produce electricity, hydroelectricity. And there are many multi-purpose projects in India, a number of multi-purpose projects in India producing hydroelectricity. Then there is thermal power plant, thermal electricity or thermal power plants. More than 70% of India's requirement for electricity is fulfilled by thermal power plants, more than 70%. And they use fossils, coal, petroleum, natural gas. Correct? So these thermal plants are located in different parts, Delhi, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, in different parts of India, serving the people with the thermal energy. Correct? Then we have wind power or wind energy. India is known to be the wind superpower in the world because of the two long coastal lines, western coast and eastern coast. So these coastal lines, they provide a very good scope for wind energy. So this is an important non-conventional source of energy in India. Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and for the first time we are doing Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep, very rich in wind energy. If you go in those areas, if you visit these coastal regions of India, you will find a number of wind power plants over there, wind farms over there. So wind energy is produced. Correct? Then we come to solar energy. Solar energy is becoming very popular in the contemporary India, in the contemporary world, because it is doing wonders. Particularly in villages, people are taking all the benefits of the solar energy. India being a tropical and subtropical country, there is lots of there are lots of opportunities to tap solar energy. Correct? In your, even in your own city, you must have seen the street lights. They are lightened by the solar energy. In the daytime, they get charged, and at night, they lit up. So, solar energy is becoming far popular in the country, and Rajasthan and Gujarat are well endowed with the solar and wind energy. Rajasthan and Gujarat well endowed with solar and wind energy in India. Correct? And the biggest solar plant in Bhuj, that is Gujarat. Then we come to biogas plants. There are different biogas plants established in the villages. In most of the villages they use all the cattle dung, all the waste of the village is cleaned, as well as this good source of energy is provided to them. Then we have tidal energy, Gulf of Kutch, Gujarat, very rich. And for the tidal energy, there is an experimental plant that have been set up in Gujarat, and tides, they are there in the oceans, and a floodgate is built, and the tidal energy is produced through the waves, through the tides. Correct? And Gujarat and all the coastal regions, they are very important to tap the tidal energy. But one experimental plant have been set up in the Gulf of Kutch. Then we come to geothermal energy. Earth's interior is very hot, and in some places it is so hot that its temperature is absorbed by the underground water, and underground water becomes so hot that it comes out in the form of steam, and steam contains energy. So there are again two experimental projects, Manikaran and Puga Valley, Ladakh, and Manikaran, these Himachal, that is these experimental projects of geothermal energy have been set up. It is also your way of obtaining energy. In Manikaran, there is a worshipping place for Sikhs, that's a Gurdwara, and all the langar food is produced over there by this energy, only by the geothermal energy. So Parvati Valley and Puga Valley, so all these are very rich in geothermal energy. So that is all for your map work in the 5th chapter, that is mineral and energy resources, and we will meet again in the next lecture. We will start a new chapter again. Do all this map work and practice it again and again. Thank you, students.